Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And Shalom to the brothers doing the work, sincerity and truth. Yeah, found this article and I thought it's funny because it's kind of watched, did a bit of research on just like a few videos on like how essentially like it looks like hyperinflation's coming to the States, but it's it's kind of been slowed up because I'll read into it first. I'll probably get into it as it gets into it more in the article. So it's on CNBC. It says Warren Buffett says Berkshire Hathaway is seeing very substantial inflation and rising prices. Warren Buffett's obviously that guy one in the world. They look to like, oh, this guy's on some super level of making money, blah blah blah. But anyhow, regardless, it's anyone with two eyes should know that inflation's coming, and it's only a matter of time, especially because it's a global economy, and globally everyone's been pumping money into a stagnant economy because the pandemic's a thing. So prices that should have gone up ain't gone up yet. Why is that? There's reasons behind it, but yeah. So this is what we're seeing very substantial inflation, Warren Buffett said at the conglomerate's annual shareholder meeting Saturday. We are raising prices. People are raising prices to us, and it's being accepted. Berkshire Hathaway owns one of the nation's largest home builders, Clayton Homes, along with companies such as Benjamin Moore Paints and Shaw Flooring. Inflation has begun to accelerate recently due to multiple factors, including increasing demand and struggles with some areas of the supply chain, as well as just easier comparisons with the pace of a year ago. Yeah, I think it's like certain areas are seeing the rises, but just the general economy hasn't shot up. So Warren Buffett is seeing inflation among Berkshire Hathaway's collection of businesses as the economic recovery from the pandemic kicks into high gear. We're seeing very substantial inflation, the Berkshire chairman and CEO said at the conglomerate's annual shareholder meeting Saturday. It's very interesting. We are raising prices. People are raising prices to us. It's being accepted. We've got 9 home builders in addition to our manufacturer, housing and operation. And it's funny because even with house prices and whatnot, and that whole market, the housing market, that like there's everyone knows how that shit got absolutely nuked in 2007, 2008 onwards, and how it just duppied the duppied like everyone's way of making a living, and bare people lost houses, jobs, etc. But now that's been forgotten, and people are thinking that this dream of everything just being on the up and up forever is going to go on. It says we've got 9 house builders in addition to our manufacturer, housing and operation, which is the largest in the country. So we really do a lot of housing. The costs are just up and up and up, are just up. Still costs, just like every day they're going up. The legendary investor added. Berkshire Hathaway owns one of the nation's largest home builders, Clayton Homes, along with companies such as Benjamin. Inflation has begun to accelerate recently due to multiple factors, including increasing demand and struggles with some areas of the supply chain, as well as just easier comparisons with the pace of a year ago. The core personal consumption expenditures price index, which excludes volatile food and energy prices, rose 1.8% in March, the fastest pace since February 2020. The headline number increased 2.3%, the quickest pace for that measure since 2018. Fed Chair uh, Jerome Powell reiterated last week that he expects inflation to show a temporary move higher and then settle back around the central bank's 2% target. The Fed has resolved not to raise interest rates until the economy sees full inclusive employment, so long as inflation doesn't run too far above the goal. Higher price pressures could weigh on stocks as inflation erodes the value of future company profits and can cause a spike in treasury yield. Yeah. So his main angle they're looking at is from Warren Buffett's, which is his home building, and then just kind of general indexes. But like the main thing that is making inflation a thing is the fact that trillions of dollars have just been pumped in by Biden, man. Joey B has I think well no, Trump did the first two. No, Trump did the first one, and then Biden did the second one. And then he's planning for the third one's the infrastructure, which is I think it's been about 4 trillion so far, and he wants to get another 2 point something trillion, which all that money. And the funny thing is people are saying oh, where's the inflation been? Considering so much fucking money has just been dumped, especially given to people on stim checks for them to spend. But what have people been doing? People have been dumping that shit into stocks, into crypto, and just trying to make it inflate. It's not really been got out and spent, which is why they're saying oh, it's it's not, you've not yet had the full impact of all that money hitting the market. And the thing is the stock market presently is still, because all these people are just dumping money into it, on the up and up. But hey, when that correction comes, then it's gonna be felt, and then that's gonna spiral out. Because once people start pulling money out, start using it to pay bills, groceries, all these different kinds of things, then you're gonna feel the impact of a bunch of fucking money just flooding in, and devaluing them dollars. And that's the thing is it it goes till a breaking point, and that's what a situation was 2008. It's hey, look, that shit was hella through. People were hella through. Houses getting shut down, all kinds of madness. And it's the same thing now with the stock market. It's all time high, all time high, all time high. And people really are thinking it's running. It's there's crypto, which they're saying da da da. It's new revolutionary way of completely different way of dealing with money. It's separated from all the restrictions of the the different ways of what of how Esau's monetary system works. But it's it's still tired, because anyway the vast majority of coins people are investing in, there's no it's just a quick pump to inflate it, make some money, jump out. That's all people are really looking to do. So yeah, it's only really a matter of time, man. Because as it is now, it's a lot of people, it's all I hear people talking about is crypto, stocks, and making money. Because why? It seems like the economy is just it looks like it can't go down. But then common sense should tell you. Shitloads of people lost jobs. Shitloads of companies are done. They're not going to be able to come back. A lot of retail industries are done. Hospitality industries are done. Tourism industries are done. The impact's been had. Shit shut down. It's just the artificial maintenance is presently carrying it through. But then for how long? And that's the thing is when it kicks in, hey, it's gonna kick in. It's gonna be felt, and people are gonna be all kinds of through. 2 Ezra 16, 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Yeah, people thinking because shit's cheap, they're in good case. They're thinking because, they can go out, fill up their bread basket. They're not in the, in a similar state as like Venezuela, where they're just completely through. Having to eat out of garbage, eating rats and whatnot. They're thinking it's good and it's gonna continue. People are thinking they can make money, thinking like, they've even though the pandemic's hit, they're gonna be able to endure, but they don't know. There's great evils that are yet to come, and that's the thing. Is you've already like, as far as the end, but where the path that they're presently on leads to. It's evident. Hey, this shit's gonna be a mess. Like, this economy is it's gonna be hilarious, man. The way this shit's gonna go up, because it's gonna be it's gonna be a madness. And anyway, Esau's not looking to maintain this current system of managing money, this current dollar, fiat dollar. He's looking to go for that digitized currency. Based around the chip, based around the implantable microchip. So yeah, it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Yeah. The famine's coming as well. It's the food situation. There's been multiple different places where they're having issues with crops, and these things are on a delay, so you can see prices go up around those things, and then access certain resources, especially with like in the UK with the Brexit situation. Like yeah, a lot of things that were coming from Spain, from different parts of Europe, where you're getting that supply from, then all of a sudden you're playing higher. And then there was a video I did before about how the exports had gone down like an obscene amount of percent, man. People weren't selling shit, so all these things are going to be felt, and it's going to continue on, because even in the UK, same thing, where it's global as well. Globally, around the globe, all these different countries have put in like programs to kind of dampen the effect of the lockdowns. So that means that all around the globe, you're going to have a bunch of economies, and everything's linked. Everything's globally linked. They all work. There's all international trade. They all, a lot of resources and services being sold overseas. It's not just local. So then it's going to compound upon each other and have an even greater effect. So yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be a mess. People ain't really ready, man. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom, Yavashim Yashab, Shalom Kakadash Bakata, Shalom.